me take my hair elastic off. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. So this tarot reading is for the new moon in Libra that is coming up. By the way, happy birthday to my Libras. I've got lots of in-laws with Libra signs, so it's a great energy. And I have a brand new treat for you guys. So I just purchased the Nefertari tarot. And I got this because I was actually doing my first private reading. And I am starting to do private readings. I just haven't finished my website yet, and I haven't finished it because Spirit's been really guiding me on that. So I've been taking my time. But I did do a private reading, and I realized when I was choosing the deck for my private reading that none of my decks had people of color in it. And I felt a little awkward, I'm not going to lie. And so it was one of those moments where I was like, you know, I gotta kind of practice what I preach, right? I love Egyptian mythology, and I just wanted to kind of get something that represents all sorts of people, right? And I think a lot of people connect to Egyptian mythology. So here we go. I haven't really read from this deck yet, except for a couple little personal pulls, so it is all new. We're going to see what happens. And we are just reading the energies coming out of the Aries full moon, coming up to the Libra new moon. So about a 2-week cycle, usually for release, since we're in the waning moon. Release. And usually focusing on, therefore, like what blockages we're getting over, what was just illuminated for us in the full moon cycle, and so forth and so on. This is a new deck, and it's been spitting like 20 cards at a time at me because they're so slippery and shiny and new. So I'm going to pull some cards for you. And right before I sat down, I said the number 7. So we're going to work with the number 7. I do have a Rider-Waite tarot for clarification. Oh, it wants me to mention these crystals while I'm moving things around. So I have Apophylite. It's the tiniest one. You might not see it, but it's a little pyramid too. Obviously inspired by our Egyptian tarot. We have an Orgonite crystal, which this has peridot and copper and clear quartz in it. We have a Rutilated Quartz with, I'm sorry, not rutilated, but yeah, Rutilated Quartz with Tourmaline in it. Really great tower there. It's awesome. Great for transmuting heavier, denser energies into light energies. We have a Malachite pyramid. It's wonderful for your heart chakra. And then we have the Shungite stone pyramid, which is good for grounding. So some very earthy energy in here. Lots of pyramids, lots of towers to help us channel our energy. Let's start with these 4, and I'll pull 3 more in a little bit. Oh, speaking of towers. Whole reason why I brought this in here. I was interested to see what was coming up. I really wanted this like obelisk shape. So tower moments over the next 2 weeks for you. And it did say moments as in plural. What's so interesting about this, when the first time I saw this card when I was shuffling through yesterday, I was thinking about all the Confederate statues that were being taken down recently. And it was talking about how to, someone posted an article that was like how to take down an obelisk, and they were giving the theory out to people to help take down the Confederate monuments. And it was talking about how you need like 3 or 4 ropes, and you have to pull in a certain direction because once it tips past a certain point, it'll kind of like snap and break and just finally come down. So there's just said teamwork. There's something about teamwork implied here. This is Libra, something that involves more than just you. So that could probably be some good news for some of you guys, right? It's not totally on you. It's something about teamwork. There's a tower related to teamwork. It takes teamwork to both keep towers standing, and it both takes teamwork to take them down. It just says something kind of like rebellion. I'm really looking at this eye here, which that's the Ujit, and that's like the Eye of Ra. It's protection and everything. So there was, it just had me staring at that. So there was kind of a message of protection coming through though. Like, Spirit's telling you like this is a necessary tower. Like it needs to come down, right? But you're protected in it. Queen of Cups, okay? What a lovely image. Queen of Cups. Very much going to be tapped into your emotions. Very much going to be tapped into your intuition. The process of this tower coming down is going to very much clear the way for this energy. It's just bringing up kind of like her connection to this child figure here, and the child is pointing over to like the next card. Okay, it just said spirit babies. Libra, I believe there's a reading somewhere in my somewhere here on my channel that did say something about spirit babies for you guys. So Libra, it sounds like somebody, again, it's like listening to that spirit baby, to the inner child, and it is pointing the way. It wants to bring up her headdress too. It's talking about how, and I've seen a lot of ads for hats and stuff lately, so I think Spirit's been talking to me a lot too about it. It's this shape is very much meant to channel and guide energy to the crown and third eye chakra. And so it's very much suggesting exactly Queen of Cups, like intuition, like you're receiving a lot of downloads and everything. It's like that's the tower that's coming down and shifting. It's also, it just kind of was like how she's facing this way. It was like implied like this is in the back of her mind. So this could be just an internal tower. And that's what I mean. It's like an internal tower. You're listening, you're getting intuition and downloads and realizations. Very much possible from a spirit baby or spirit child from you guys. And it is pointing the way. So that's the whole thing. It's like you're listening to this child energy. Once the tower comes down, it's pointing the way. Where is it pointing to? A 10 of Swords. Ooh. Definitely. It's pointing out to you what needs to end. Wow. It just said something like you're not taking responsibility for something. It was implying that these figures are being yelled at from like above, and maybe not yelled at, but it's like they are very much listening to a source outside of this card. And even though responsibility is not usually a message that comes through with a 10 of Swords. Okay, it just said like resisting, like in your mind you've been resisting and therefore you haven't been stepping up to take responsibility for something. My left arm, just very lightly on my wrist, has like a kind of sharp tingling or burning sensation, like there's someone kind of grabbing my wrist, not like I can feel a full hand, just like I can just feel something on my left arm over here. That's what I mean. It's just kind of implying like you've been very much mentally resisting something. And it's like comparing all of these spears and swords back here to this to the shape of this tower. And so it's like, it just said like you've had a lot of these tower moments. And it's like, yet again, it literally could be something, if you're the kind of person that's like counting your spiritual awakening and like what you've been through, it's like the 10th time you kind of been through something, not like a repeat, it's just like it's like your 10th awakening, it's like your 10th download, it's like your 10th something. The number 10 seems very important for you, but it's very much this 10 of Swords. And so it's like what has to end this? Ooh, wow. Ooh. Okay, a lot just came in on that card now. It was saying how there's multiple people here in this card, which there usually aren't in 10 of Swords, and it was implying that you have multiple people's voices and opinions in your head, and that's what you kind of need to let go of. Because it's preventing you from stepping up to your responsibilities, or it's preventing you from going forward because you've been resisting something for a while, which is why this tower has to come down within yourself. Okay, so number one, listen to the spirit baby for sure, okay? If you're getting signs from your spirit baby, listen to them for sure. Look at him waiting over there. Look at him waving. Hi. Hi. That's the whole thing. It's like, it simultaneously was like this little spirit baby is this person, meaning like you're seeing a preview of the person they will grow into. But this is a King of Wands, and this could very much therefore be like the figurative father of this spirit baby, right? And it's like there's 10 swords in the way. It's been talking about like resisting this, possibly. Resisting this, possibly. Because you've got other people's voices in your head. Telling you, look, blocking the way. Look at all these women blocking her way and being like, no, wait, don't go over there. It just implied like some jealousy. And this doesn't even have to be about people, right? King of Wands, this could be you achieving something in your career. Very much so. In a very manifested, quick energy way. But maybe there's people holding you back because of whatever reason. They are jealous of that success. They want that position. That's what I mean. It's like there's people's voices in your head for either like a relationship, or I would say something very much like career, passion, that King of Wands. It's blocking you, and inwardly you know. That's what part of this whole tower is too. It's like that's the whole thing. Inwardly you know this stuff has got to come down and this stuff has got to stop. You know it's blocking the way. Your spirit baby has been sitting here talking to you the whole time, like pointing the way over here, right? And that's why for some of you it wants to specify that this is just your inner child. So if you haven't been picking up on spirit baby signs, then this is your inner child, your inner self, right? Your inner innocence is pointing the way to what you want. Mastering your career, mastering your passions. Right, that we're back. So this is like I was saying, is like this tower needs to come down. These people are standing in your way. These thoughts are standing in your way. The voices, the anxiety, the pent up from everything's in the way. And you are either about to manifest a career or just a promotion, something like that. This is mastering your passions. But also this King of Wands can represent, of course, a very attractive person, very attractive man, or a very attractive masculine energy. And the fact that we've got, whoa, I have no idea what that loud pop was or where it came from. That was really loud and crazy. I have no idea where that just came from. So we're gonna go with very attractive man. Very attractive man. And that, sorry, it just, okay, you know what that noise did? I mean, it scattered my brain for a second. And it redirected my train of thought. It wanted me to stop there on like the very attractive man part, because it's kind of giving me this download about attraction in the sense too that it's not just about like physical or sexual attraction. It's literally about his ability to magnetically attract the things he wants into his life and therefore manifest. And he's very good at manifesting things in his life. That's also part of that attraction. So let's just get some cards about this, and then kind of like in the in-between spots, right? In between the lines is what it just said. In between the lines. This Ace of Pentacles. That's what I was saying. The eye up here was really standing out to me. And here's the eye again. It's like something very solid comes through to offer protection amidst this kind of tower coming down. It was saying like ground yourself, the real world. You see his pose, like literally like some yoga, get down on the ground. And that's part of your protection. Saying like the real world's part of your protection, because again, like I said, this feels like something internally being resolved, internally coming down, internally being dealt with, right? So this is saying like you need to ground your body, you need to focus on some things in the real world. But this is an ace, so that's something new too, and it's offering that protection to you. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a person. It feels like something you've got to pay attention to, that just happens to like pop up in your world at the right time to like help you through kind of this tower moment stuff. Sorry, Libra, people keep talking right outside my door, so let me back up again. I don't don't feel like this is a person. I feel like this is like a opportunity or something like you've got to do. And it is something new that just kind of pops up, and it's something in the real world that pops up, but it's offering you protection. Ooh, okay. It just suggested that, like, of course, no one usually enjoys like a tower moment coming down, so it's saying like this is the happy distraction to come in and help you kind of deal with that energy. Okay. This Five of Cups. Yeah, that's what I mean. Because of all of this energy that I was previously talking about, there's been this Five of Cups. What's between the lines? There's a lot of, it's just like going back and forth, because this person's walking this way, and like, that's what I mean. See, these people have sent you like walking this way, and you have been watching over here this whole time, and your inner self or your spirit baby's been pointing over here the whole time. And it's like you just, it's like they sent you packing and you had to pick up your stuff and go. You had to carry this load with you. You had to pour some cups out. You still got these 3 cups kind of working with you, but very much implying that like the figure here, even though I think it's just supposed to be like the white paint kind of chipped on this art piece. I was looking for the right word, but it wasn't coming to me. It's kind of implying that, right, like these are the tears you've been walking backwards through. Ooh, it just mentioned retrograde too, so it's been talking about like all the retrogrades we've been through. It's like there's been so much energy trying to drive you away from this. And it's just making you so sad, because you don't feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing. You feel like you're supposed to be moving in this direction. And here's that 9 of Swords. Yeah. Ooh, it just implied that if this is a person to you, that they basically have equally been in this energy. Like if there was a 10 of Swords energy, another card for it, like it would match it, right? That's what it was kind of suggesting. This kind of sarcophagi, and this person like bowing down to it, it's like this person wondering if this situation has kind of died. So it's very much implying that mental anxiety. There's some swords pointing up, there's some swords pointing down. It's like they've been up and down in this way. Okay, wow, Libra. It was like you've been back and forth, they've been up and down. There's like this whole like chaotic energy of like trying to bust through this part right here. And look, this is like a triangle, a pyramid. There's a whole reason why they say this is the strongest shape. It's kind of the hardest to get through. You've either got to climb over it, or you got to find a way through it. Or I guess you could go under it, right? And that's the whole thing. It's like, but where the position is of these two figures, it's like they're kind of going up, right? Like we're going up. And again, career-wise, it's like, okay, so some of you guys, this is about career. It's like you've been really trying to get past some kind of obstacle, especially in your mind. You've been wanting to go for something, I think, achieve something. And you've been going back and forth over it because it just maybe has been given to other people, or it's just kind of not the right time, slipped out of your hands, been making you really sad. And it's kind of implying that if this is like a career situation, like something like there's like somebody might get fired, something happens, and they're going to be in a anxious position themselves. And maybe that's what helps kind of get this whole block to move, right? And that's the whole thing. It's like there's, and now it just flipped back to the relationship again. It's like maybe something happens in this person's personal life that makes them kind of reflect, and we can bust through this whole energy together, right? That's, you know, Libra, the fact that I've been interrupted so many times while I've been trying to do your reading is frustrating enough. And it's kind of like, which we have to remember, swords is communication too. And it's like, that's what I mean. It's like there's a whole bunch of stuff. I was talking about how there's a bunch of people's voices in your heads. There's literally been like voices popping up into my video like every freaking 5 seconds. I've been trying to do stuff with you. That's exactly what this energy is. It's like you've been trying to achieve something and do something, and it's like no matter what happens, you're either being interrupted, redirected, people are telling you to go the other way, they're trying to distract you, whatever, what have you. And it's like you've been succumbing to that, and you picked up your stuff and you kind of gave up on that a little bit and walked away, but at the same time you didn't, because you were really, really, really sad. And you're heading back to this protection. Something solid is helping you through all of this, but it wants you to realize that the other person or the other side of this situation is facing this too, is literally like on a fence on the other side, but it's like they're not so chill either, right? Like there's some stuff going on. This is also dreams, nightmares, like visitations and stuff. Like there's all kinds of stuff that comes in through here. So Libra, there's some intense stuff that's kind of been popping up for you here for the next 2 weeks or so. Let's just get one more card about kind of especially right here, like how to bust through that. That's what I want to know, because that's a big block here in the middle of your reading that just kind of seems to be some heavy energy. It wants 2 cards for you. I don't know why. There you go. How are we busting through this energy? This lovely 2 of Cups. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Especially with how this red lines up so well with the red on this card and how much the hairstyle's echoing this. Like, I'm just saying. Right? That's a very simple card to explore right there, is the love. But that's what I was talking about with the attraction. Look, the hand is kind of echoing the same. It's like it's like this is attracting you as much as you are listening to it and attracting it. And that's especially what this 2 of Cups is. It isn't always love, 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 but it is enough of a magnetic attraction that it brings 2 things together. So it's guiding you to continue focusing on whatever you're trying to attract into your life. Whatever situation really fits this reading for you. It's like keep focusing on it because it's attracting. Okay? And the other advice to bust through this is that 3 of Cups, which is just to simply have fun and celebrate and be joyful and relax, because that's what keeps you in the high vibration, which keeps you attracting, right? And last but not least, I want you to notice how with here the 5 of Cups, you had 5, 2 were flipped over and 3 were upright. Here's the 3 that were still upright. So it's like you've probably been still mingling with people, handling situations, maybe going to work or just doing whatever, you know, whatever it is you need to do regarding your situation. You've been seeing people, you've been trying to be happy and do your best. But then it's like, here's the 2 cups that got turned over, right? And it's like, they kind of came back. The 2 cups came back to like kind of replenish everything. So yeah. That's what I got for you, Libra. I'm sorry for those interruptions. If that reflects the energy you're going through over the next 2 weeks, then just let me know in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe as you see fit. Hit that bell for some notifications, and I will see you guys later. Thank you.